This is not the first time Pakistan has presented evidence. We've presented dossiers before, but much of our diplomacy on this issue of India's direct sponsorship of terrorism in Pakistan has been behind closed doors with major partners, with others. Now we have put this irrefutable evidence out to the world. People can go and look at what we've said. They can dissect it. They can unpack it. In today's world, nothing that's out in public can be hidden. You can look at it, you can play with it, you can identify and expose holes, do whatever you like. And when you reach the conclusion that what Pakistan is saying is 100% accurate, then the world must compel India to stop. Because if the world doesn't, then I'm afraid peace and stability in a nuclear region is not the priority. And if it's not, then I'm not sure where it will be. Show me another country that has gone to this extent to unearth somebody else's terrorism. What does India do? There's a bullet fired in India, and the next moment Pakistan is blamed, and this group and that group. It's a playbook. We've taken time, we've invested effort, it's months and years, and today what we've presented, Pakistan stands by it to the T. If there is any conversation to be had, we are available. The word needs to change its markers and conversation. If you remember, I did an interview a month or so ago with an Indian media channel, and the conversation there was, oh, Pakistan wants Kashmir, talks about Kashmir, and India talks about terrorism. And I said, no, actually, Pakistan wants to talk about Kashmir and terrorism. And the terrorism we want to talk about is the direct Indian sponsorship of terrorism to kill our innocent civilians. Our civilians, our military is being martyred. Even as we speak, you've seen very recently the line of control being heated up. Pakistani civilians, Pakistani military casualties. We did respond, as any self-respecting nation will, and we will continue to do that if we are egged on. But the bottom line here for the world is, do you or do you not want peace in a nuclear region? Do you want Afghanistan to stabilize or not? Do you want a partner in Pakistan or not? And for God's sakes, forget about everything, forget Pakistan. You, the world, talk about India as a counterweight to China. India is imploding from within. This is the response India has to its own internal problems. I don't know what benefit the world gets if this region does not become peaceful, and if India is not compelled to act as a responsible state. Right now, by every definition of international law, India is a rogue state. Nothing short of that. One, Pakistan is not a bloc player. Pakistan is open for the entire world. Pakistan is presenting an economic security framing and model. Pakistan wants the world to see it as an economic base, an economic hub, a hub for connectivity. How do you connect in South Asia when the largest country in the region is at war or has made upset every single neighbor? How do you talk to that partner? How do you move forward? How does China talk? How does Nepal talk? How does Bangladesh talk? It's not possible that the entire region has gone bonkers over the past year. The only possibility is this one country that's gone rogue. And if you're talking about India as a counterweight for China, let me tell you very clearly, a counterweight needs to have some legs to stand on. When a counterweight is legless, when it's imploding, when it's breaking, when it's on a suicidal path, I don't know what counter we're talking about. I mean, this kind of moment for our eastern neighbor, I think the only one they're countering is themselves, and if that's where they want to go, it's very unfortunate, but good luck to them. If this was a fair world, if this was a world looking at things on merit, if this was a world looking at human rights violations in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir with a fair eye, we won't have a challenge. But obviously there's a challenge because India is the darling for much of the West. India is one of the largest importers of arms. India is wrongly seen as a potential counterweight. All of that is true. I'm not denying it. All I'm saying is We have a case to make, which we will make proactively with as much effort as we can expend towards it. What I am presenting to you is cautious optimism that the reality is so black and white that the world won't be able to ignore it when it comes to India. We've been too shy in the past. I think we've trusted that the good offices of the world will actually look at the moral and ethical side of this. I think we need to be more proactive. We will. I think we need to call a spade, and we will continue to do that, inshallah, till our viewpoint is heard.